fights for pay-per-view are like $80, $90, $100. Nobody, that's not meant for you to buy it by yourself unless you're rich. It's meant to have people to watch it with. So I think that there has to be a creative way to do it. I mean, Lord knows how many different ways you can, like we all share, you can share up to like 5 different places with the Disney Plus account. So same thing. If you buy it, then it's just like, all right, everybody throw me $5 and then you can watch it on your time. You can watch it on your time. So I think like, considering how ghetto and everything else and community driven we've been before COVID and even during, I don't know if now's the time to go full. How dare you? Like, now I respect the theaters. Their businesses are on the edge. But all the people that are so quick to be like, man, fuck this. You can just not watch it. It would be fine not to do that. But there are ways around this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do you think, RB?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I mean, I think the theaters panicking is a natural reaction to this kind of situation, right? I think we've already gone through so much. Just knowing how much of an uphill battle it has been for theaters, frankly. I mean, it's been like a really weird situation for all small businesses across America. You know, those you talked about a little bit on your show last night, John, but those PPE loans really only serve the big corporations and didn't serve a lot of the little businesses. Now, I wouldn't want to see theater chains get those PPE loans either because they're not small businesses either. But I do think it is a little weird and strange to kind of conceptualize how bad, like how much we have to rationalize the changes that are going to come from COVID, right? And then they talked about it in another story that we're going to talk about a little later, but it's going to lead to shorter release windows, shorter optimization for like, you know, all of these different things. And I don't know, it's a scary time in the film landscape. So, you know, we got to see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're the demographic they're going after. It's the families that they know the Disney families are going to be renting this thing or buying this thing. Well, essentially buying this thing. If they have Disney Plus, they can keep it on their streaming service forever, as long as they stay subscribers. What was that?
Oop.
As long as they stay subscribers of Disney Plus there. So I don't know. I understand the anger, of course, but this is part of the transition. This has happened in our country since the dawn of time, when a new technology out of necessity becomes the preferred way to handle a crisis, then the old technology just gets pushed away. And that's how it goes, unfortunately. And yes, people lose jobs. Yes, people suffer. And you hope that there are programs to help them transition into another job or into another situation. But yeah, this is, I mean, Bob Chapek said, the CEO for Disney, he said this is a one-time thing. But we'll see. We'll see if it's a one-time thing. This feels like a trial balloon, and they can decide where they're going to go from. And the thing is, Disney's subscriber base crossed 60 million on Monday, 60 million subscribers. And their goal by 2024 was to get somewhere in that window between 60 and 90 million. So in their minds, they're 4 years ahead of schedule with the people they're getting on board. And I'm sure it's a stem from the COVID situation, everybody being at home and wanting some kind of entertainment. The other side of it is, though, their parks have dropped almost $900 million, or it was a $3.5 billion loss on their parks. So it's like, yes, it's doing well on one side, but it's not doing well on the other. But overall, their stock is up 10 points. So it's like, that's a positive for if you're a Disney stockholder. Unfortunately, other people are getting squeezed in the crunch of this because they are trying to transition and make money as best as they can in this crazy time.
I think the problem lies, too, when we talk about this, is that when you say Disney, it's big corporate, rah, 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 you know, and then that's when everybody wants to get mad. But there's so many companies scrambling. My wife works for a restaurant, and they have to reinvent themselves in so many ways. They tried to keep all their local suppliers in business, and they made these little baskets, tender greens. They made baskets where you could order stuff, and it wasn't cheap, and you had to go, well, I'm supporting this business by getting a box with coffee and toilet paper and things like that, but I'm trying to keep these people alive. Right. And you know, again, Disney, yes, is the big, you know, big machine, but they also have a lot of people working for them too, maybe that, you know, want to keep their jobs and things. And it's tough. It's tough, and I think that the world is going to change a lot during this. And to yell about a $30 rental maybe might not be your best served time.
And I get it. I get the Disney stands. I get everybody that was waiting for this, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I would never knock any of that. I just think that, like, you know, as Brett said, what did they report? 3.8 billion they've lost in the last quarter.
In the parks, on the park side of things, yes.
Which people don't realize how much that is a driving force for why they're able to make MCU movies that are that fucking massive. And you know what I'm saying? Like you got to do something, because in the same way that we're all panicking right now because the $600 ended on the unemployment shit, which I would have loved to have been getting that shit. I'm not gonna lie, that would have been.
I just qualified for mine actually just a couple days ago. Yeah,
good for you, man. Because I still am in hell that shit hasn't happened, but it's fine. But but to that point, my response to that then was, well, fuck, I guess I got to go out here and Instacart and do what the fuck I can right now. It's the same thing. Disney is like, and I think that's where people need to like understand, like now Disney needs to Instacart. That's what they're doing. They're Instacarting. So like, I know that they're not just going to go belly up all of a sudden, but if it continues at a certain pace, all of a sudden people are gone. So. Yeah.
All right, we'll see what happens. All right, Brett, you want to take the next one?
Well, I do want to say something. I guess the YouTube kicked this off one stream and put us on another. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So we have, again, like more tech issues. If you want to watch live, you can also go to Facebook and Twitter. We have like healthy streams that are broadcasting the entire time there. So Twitter, Movie Trivia Schmodown, and Facebook as well. And hopefully we can get more of those YouTube numbers back. But yeah, I guess we have a new link or something, and I probably just have to re-upload after the show.
Donated $20.
Thank you, Tom
Nobody
Punch.
else think it's weird that Mulan is geared towards family? It's not going to remain entirely faithful to the animated movie, correct? So would today's children even care? Those of us who grew up with the animated have no children or very young ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a super solid point. Like, there's no music, there's no Mushu.
Right.
Like, I understand that, but it's still in the same way that Maleficent, which was kind of more on the darker tone of things, was still really kind of geared towards, that wasn't really necessarily for adults, I guess. You know what I mean? It still was kind of family oriented-ish, almost like a family action adventure sort of, like with darker tones. I think this is kind of similar. This is like a family kind of action adventure-ish type, more adult-ish story.
What's the difference between?
I don't think it's as geared towards kids as like the animated film was. I feel like this is maybe a little tiny bit more mature, but at the end of the day, it's still geared towards kids. We're going to go see it, and we want to see it because of our nostalgia, because of how much we enjoy the animated film. But kids are going to kind of be introduced to the story possibly for the first time. Possibly for the first time ever when this film comes out. And I think that's really cool, and that's really exciting because their generation like missed it. So
what's the difference between this and Star Wars, right? I mean, little girls are dressing up as Rey. They're watching the Star Wars stuff. There's probably just as much violence in Star Wars as there is in Mulan. So it's like the kids nowadays. It's not, kids nowadays. They're grabbing onto stuff quick. They're not like we used to think of kids. Kids are maturing quickly, because the world is crazier and tougher and harder, and things are way more accessible than they used to be. That's why the number of G-rated films has like precipitously dropped in the last 10 years, because kids are maturing quicker, and so PG films are being screened at 5 years for people who are 5 years old, 6 years old, and they're picking up these things. I don't know about Brett. Brett, you're a dad. I don't know if you experienced that too, but like the kids pick up stuff a lot quicker than they used to, at least when I was growing up. Yeah.
It's and it is the kid friendly things aren't necessarily kid friendly, because I think a lot of these shows are pandering to get the adults to stay interested too. I've gone to a lot of animated films where I'm like, they're all innuendo that like just a parent would get, and you're just like, oh come on, just make it fun. We can enjoy this. Toy Story did just fine. That one was amazing. I love stuff like that, but some of them just like, I don't care if make my kids have a great time. That's what
is donated $20.
Thank you.
Hello schmoes, can we get old man Winston bragging about Chandra final exam and Andres Cabrera?
Oh no. Yeah, later. You didn't get the anal joke in Toy Story 4, Brett?
Yeah. Come on, that was a good one.
There was an anal joke in Toy Story 4?
No.
Just making a joke on what he said. Just making a play on what he said.
I was just gonna say, I was about to be like, do I need to go rewatch Toy Story 4 today? I got
a threesome joke too. It's a threesome joke.
And
with Key and Peele. With Key and Peele.
There's a threesome joke. There's a threesome joke. I caught that.
I'll have to go back and watch it, man. I watched Lord of the Rings for the first time. I'm very tired.
Wow.
I'm very tired.
That's it.
I mean, they're good movies. I don't like fantasy, so like it was painful for me to get through.
You like Men in Black? Do you know what NYPD stands for?
Yeah,
I just wanted to ask you.
Knock your
I want to ask you what NYPD stands for. Seems to be an easy question, apparently, for some people.
Yeah. Hey, John, what was the first thing that what was the first thing that the Roach asked for when he takes over Edgar's body?
I have no idea.
Sugar water. Come on, man.
Oh, sugar water.
Just watch MIB. Come on, man.
It wasn't like it was Edgar. It was more like an Edgar suit.
Yeah.
Like wearing an Edgar suit. That.
I just like D'Onofrio.
I want to get some things in there.
You want me to put my hands?
I like your truck.
All right. Anyway, back to the double entendre in kids' films.
Yeah, this next one's going to be a tough one for me to read, but it's kind of a little. But it's Viacom CBS chief. Windows probably shorten. Speaking on recent earnings call with investors, Viacom CBS CEO Bob Bakish, am I saying that right? Has touched upon the future of the film industry and how that might impact his entertainment company. He comments, his comments fall in the wake of both the recent deal with AMC Theaters and Universal, and of course what we were talking about, the Mulan directly to PVOD on Disney+. He sees further big changes heading into the world of theatrical distribution and sees and seems to suggest that the ubiquitous 3-month theatrical window of the past is dead and gone. There's a lengthy quote about that, but I mean, we basically get what he's saying, right? Or do you want me to read that?
I think we got the point.
Yeah.
They're just saying they think the windows will probably shorten, and they have to explore new ways to make money as companies to stay alive. And those will start to become more common.
And that's basically all we're talking about. Everybody's reinventing themselves. I know several business owners that had to totally switch the way their business plan worked and a lot of them did it. Friends of mine did it in a way that kept everybody in work, and actually is doing better than he did before this all happened, and also supported all the companies that supported him throughout the years. So some people do it the right way. I do say that. Yeah. Let me go back to the mail here. Sundance moving forward still.
Yeah.
They're gonna plan on still having Sundance. Limited seating. Everybody will be I'm sure everybody will follow the rules completely and be 6 feet apart, and the festival will be just one location at the Park City Library and about 25% capacity at each screening, and this is planned for
January.
Next year.
Yeah. So
this isn't the hopefully by that point movie theaters will be safe and we'd be in the safe place of COVID. I mean, we don't know yet. Right. For me, it's interesting because I know for us doing Timestamp, we actually do plan on submitting to film festivals like Sundance, and then they had the whole Venice Film Festival lineup that they're still announcing. So, it is interesting. Part of me is like, man, maybe they should push it back just for the fact of even though, it might be safe to see a movie, it might not be safe to travel. You know what I mean? And most people coming to Sundance or traveling to Sundance. And I think that's just a big breeding room for a lot of, contamination. A lot of people, if all it takes is one sick person in the movie theater to take it to that next level. So on that level, I do get it. But on a cynical, selfish filmmaker level, yes, I do still want to see Sundance come around because hopefully, they'll take my little short film. So I don't know.
Yeah, but also Sundance is where they sell these films, right? So it's important to have that as a nowadays you're like, well, who gives a shit about a film festival? People are dying, but it's actually important to have some of these films go to Sundance so they can find distributors and get and be sold. And Palm Springs, I think, was at TIFF, wasn't it, or Sundance, where it got sold?
It was Sundance, and it was the highest acquisition of all time. So.
Yeah, see, so that tells you, there's those places that things can happen that entertain us down the road in a situation like COVID. Yeah, Sabrina, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna agree with everything RB3 said. That was my first thought. Is that everybody's traveling from other parts of the country, possibly other parts of the world, to come to Sundance.
Florida.
And I know the Florida and all the hot spots. We're even in a hot spot, so we can't even.
Yeah,
I know.
true.
That's true.
We're in a hot spot, and so you never know because it's one interaction could do something. The traveling is probably going to be really tough, that situation, but also they're doing 25% capacity for the seating.
Yeah.
And I still just don't really understand how that that's going to actually work and if it's going to be successful in that way. For 25% capacity, like how many people are going to actually even be able to see the films that are premiering there? Like, it's just something that I don't think is necessary. I disagree with you, RB3, on that sense. I probably think that they should push it back. I just think it's irresponsible to maybe hold one. You're putting a lot more people at risk.
I got a question. When does Sundance normally happen? What time of year?
January.
End of January.
In January.
It's January 28th next year.
Then what I don't understand is like you've literally seen how the world has evolved and how multiple cons have been able to successfully do digital versions of it. Why are you not making an exception this one time? These are not normal times. The NBA is in a bubble because these are not normal times. You know what I'm saying? Like we've had a number of things alter because we're in not normal times. You can do a digital film festival. Is it going to hit as much as physically being there? No, of course not. And the theater experience.
Madore donated $20.
Thank you, Kyle.
Hey, also, does anyone find it odd on the Tushy ad? One of the pictures shows guy sitting on the toilet in shorts. Someone should tell him poop goes in the toilet, not packing his shorts.
Whoa.
Like Elmo doing an ad for Tushy attachment.
Oh, is it time for a little promo?
I don't know if I could do that whole thing as Elmo. I'll add a little at the end, but no, I on the website, I'm sure because they can't show asses that people kind of have their shirts down a little bit, but that is an interesting observation of a wonderful company. Whoever wrote that, no. All right, so
I'm just saying, if you coming for our boy Tushy, you got Tushy money to replace Tushy? That's
come on. No, but I did notice that on the website. So how about you have a butthole? Then this ad's for you. Oh. So that's how we'll start. It's hard to believe that when we go to the bathroom, this country. Why kind of say country these days? Most of us wipe instead of wash. Bidets have been available for years. They're hideously expensive and cost thousands of dollars. The Hello Tushy modern bidet attachment is here to democratize the blessings bestowed by bidets and offer clean buttholes to everyone. Hello Tushy cleans your butt with a precise stream of fresh water for just $79. It attaches to your existing toilet. There's no electricity or additional plumbing, and cuts toilet paper by 80%. So the Hello Tushy bidet pays for itself in a few months. Because with Hello Tushy, you don't wipe at all. Even the best two-ply just can't cut it when it comes to a hands-free poop experience. Ooh, that sounds delightful. Ditch paper products and uncomfortable chafing and switch to the soothing cleansing stream of water from a Hello Tushy bidet attachment. And every Hello Tushy bidet attachment comes with a 60-day risk-free guarantee and a 12-month warranty. Join the millions of happy Hello Tushy customers right now and have a clean butt with every wash. Okay, so right now, drop everything you're doing and go to hellotushy.com/SENlive to get 10% off. This offer is just for our listeners. Go to hellotushy.com/SENlive for 10% off. hellotushy.com/SENlive. Listen, people, if you had poop anywhere on your body, would you use a piece of paper to wipe it off? Hell no! You use water. So why would you use something different on your butt? Oh, I love saying butthole and butt so much in this ad. It's this is the 13-year-old me. This is like the dream job of commercials. I'm gonna say butt and butthole 47 times.
Yeah. Get on it. Well done, Brett. Well done. Anyway, so you were talking anyway, Brett. So what were you saying, or were you cut off?
What were we talking about? Let's see. We went from
True Blue was about. Never mind. All right. Yeah. What's the?
I know. I think RB3 was saying.
Oh yeah, RB3. Were you saying something about this whole thing with Sundance, or you already covered it?
How much he loved Palm Springs, right? You
That's
wanted
right.
to point out that you were happy that was a huge acquisition.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Love that.
Well, I mean, here's the deal. When you look at Sundance, right? We've seen the lines outside those all our friends who go and crow about it on their social media. We've seen them standing in line about how long they're waiting to go see this movie. They didn't get to see all the movies they wanted to see. Blah 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 blah. 25% in a theater. That means way less media will be coming to cover this event, I imagine, and coming to these screenings. So it's going to be super cutthroat about who gets invited, who doesn't, I imagine. Also, what is the regulation? As you guys guys pointed out, for people who are coming over from hotspot states,
Yeah.
are they going to be quarantined for like a week or 2 weeks before they can actually come to the festival?
Donated $20. Sup crew. Rewatched Rocky for the first time in a while last night. Still love the film, but found myself feeling uncomfortable when Rocky makes a move on Adrian for the first time. She tries to leave and he closes the door, stopping her. Thoughts?
Yeah.
It's a little honey, it's cold outside, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's kind of
a little bit pushy.
With those kind of things, it's just stuff that doesn't really hold up today. So when we look back on it, we're like, oh, don't know if I love that. But like Rocky's not like a bad guy. That's just an unfortunate, uncomfortable
Just a little
moment.
slow. Just a little slow.
Yeah.
I'm sure if she said, "Let me the fuck out," he'd have opened the door and been like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I'm sorry. You know, he's a clumsy guy, slow. He's trying his moves or whatever, and everyone thinks that, you know, he's a character who's not. He's from a low income area. He's not that smart, so you know he's using whatever clumsy tactics he can use. I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying in the context of the movie. But he isn't like, "You're going nowhere, bitch. You're staying here with me." You know, he's just like, you know, it's like people take a moment and they go, "This is what it means." And
did you just have Rocky go full Ike Turner? Like,
you know what I'm saying? In that recording studio, Adrian. You know, it's like, come on,
sit your ass down, anime. Christ, Rocha.
Everything changes this way. Everything you look at different way. Look at I watched Clueless recently, and I felt filthy because I had a crush on her, but I'm like, wait a second, she's my same age now. You know, it's like just because the movie she's 16, I was closer to her age back.
Which is, but that's fine though, bro. I do the same thing every time I watch the Christina Aguilera Genie in a Bottle. Puberty started for me the day that I started that motherfucking video. I was like, what is happening? Like, it's fine, man.
RB was like an infant when Christina Aguilera.
Hey, listen, I had a Heather Thomas poster too, Rocha. Come on.
Respect.
All right, so what do we have here? This one's, speaking of things in the past, AMC plans a Stay Tuned series remake. Now, who can remember the film Stay Tuned?
Why is this in the rundown? I want to know, like, who created this? Because everybody on, like, only you and I probably remember this movie, Brett. It's ridiculous. Who wants a Stay Tuned remake?
I watched the trailer. I told Winston this before the show. I watched the trailer thinking it was like a trailer for the new show. No, it's the OG trailer for the film with John Ritter.
That's right.
It actually, and I remembered it being a pretty funny little film. But again, it just shows us that there are no new ideas, and we just have to go back to old stuff. So I don't know. Do you get? It's about two people that get sucked into a beautiful, huge television at the time, and by the devil who controls it, and they get put into a bunch of different shows, and it's kind of funny. And with John Ritter, there's really, you know, there's one where he ends up being in Three's Company, which is kind of a funny spoiler alert if everybody's going out to go see Stay Tuned. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds fun, and I don't know if it's necessarily something that is, you know, has to be a throwback type of a thing, because this could happen now. The television would look different, I guess. But
isn't it Pam Dauber who's in it with him?
Yeah, let's see here.
Who's
with
also
John
made?
Ritter?
Yeah, because I think she also made her bones in TV with Mork and Mindy.
Helen. Knable?
That can't be right.
Oh no, Ritter, Pam. That's the couple's name. Sorry, it is
Ritter
Pam Dauber.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she made her bones on Mork and Mindy. So it was a bit of
that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of an indictment kind of on television. It was a film about criticizing television because the television, you find out, is owned by the devil. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, this is kind of making a shot at what was happening in early 90s television and how the tastes were changing and all of that. And this is like a precursor to like Married with Children, reality TV, all that stuff that was coming there in the mid-90s to start laying the seeds of how TV was changing and becoming way more brazen and bold and sexual and all of that. So
I mean, it kind of gives me Bedazzled vibes, to be honest with you. I never really saw this movie, but
All Mike
Bedazzled.
donated $20.
Thank you, All Mike.
Sabrina, who are you going to ship Roxy with to get revenge for her Instagram stalking gossip? And Brett, don't worry about being attracted to movie characters who are now too young for you. At least you've never had a cartoon crush like myself.
You don't know that. You don't know.
Come on, man. Lola Bunny was oh my god.
What is wrong with you?
American
What are
Dragon.
you
Jake
talking?
Long.
Lola Bunny?
Lola Bunny was a fine mother. Shut your mouth, bro. Lola Bunny was bad. Are you
like them
kidding
white
me?
women, don't you? Like them white women. All right.
Who said Lola was white?
You like them white bunnies.
Clearly. First of all, clearly Lola was Latina. Are you out of your mind? Like, come on, bro. She didn't.
I'm gonna have to take a look at that again before I
Come
verify.
on, there's
yes
a couple
or
of things. Don't call me doll. She was out here balling and shit. Come on, like she was brown. Come on, man.
Nice. How about some nice Wendy's trivia? What year did the first nice Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers open its nice doors on a nice crisp November 15th day in nice Columbus, Ohio? Nice.
Nice.
No, this Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's thing, is the greatest running joke.
1987.
This is the greatest running joke of
Keeps
all
going.
time. This is the greatest running joke of all time. Like,
Did I ever think? I don't know if I ever think for an animated.
It was later. It was later than a lot of them Wendy's, right? Or was it?
Yeah.
That was fancy. Now I'll tell you what. Growing up in Nebraska, that was fancy burgers there.
Yeah,
we didn't get to go to Wendy's. We could do the McDonald's or the Burger King, but if we really wanted to splurge, Wendy's, boy.
Dude, someone take Grandpa out of the house right now.
I mean, I actually feel Brett on that because for Compton, it's the same thing. Like Compton, for Compton people, Wendy's is the luxury thing too.
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's true. That's very true.
Wendy's used to be that was. My mom would just take us to McDonald's, and if we were getting fancy, she'd be like, "Y'all want Wendy's?" We were like, "Hell yeah!"
Wendy's is better than McDonald's. It's better than
Oh,
McDonald's.
for sure.
Yeah, right. Better than the fries are better.
And better price.
Like-
and better price.
Yeah, better price.
No.
And that Frosty's good.
It depends. Like, I mean, they used,
Because McChickens at McDonald's are literally $1, and those are kind of fire.
but they used to do them 6 spicy nuggets for $1 though. You know what I'm saying? Now they got that 2 for $5. You can get a spicy chicken. You can get 2 spicy chicken sandwiches. You can get a spicy chicken sandwich and 10 spicy nuggets. You can get a spicy chicken sandwich and a junior bacon cheeseburger.
They got those the 4 for $5s. They got those 4 for 4
Are you
for $5
auditioning
things
right
or
now? What are you
whatever.
doing right now? Are you?
No,
If Dave Thomas of Wendy's want to throw me some Dave Thomas from Wendy's commercial money, I will gladly audition for it. I don't give a. But that's some good money, Rocha.
Pay me in burgers.
He's actually dead, and his daughter's still alive, I believe. But
she is.
This is all. We're just pitching our new show. Myself, Winston, and RB3 are going to be doing a Let's Talk fast food show. I'm sorry, we're going to do it 2 times a week, and it's the same time as First Cut and Meaning Of. So RB3 is going to have to stop doing his own shows to do ours. But that's how it goes. There's only so many hours of the day.
For the record, we changed our timing to 7 o'clock so that Meaning Of could be unencumbered from 6 to 7.
It's
Changed our time.
It's definitely not you, Rocha. It's definitely.
I know.
Yeah.
I know who it is. Trust me. I know who it is.
Winston, what was Bedazzled? I can't think of what Bedazzled.
That was. I want to say that the one with Brendan Fraser and Elizabeth Hurley was a remake.
It was a remake.
But it's essentially the idea is the same thing. A dude like this loser like who doesn't have friends is super in love with this girl. The devil sees that and is like, all right, I'll grant you 7 wishes, 10 wishes, something like that. And if you to have whatever you want, but I get your soul. But then every single wish, like the monkey paw, has some sort of whatever. So like one time he wishes that he's rich and powerful, and he ends up being a Colombian drug lord. And then another time he ends up wishing that he's like a superstar athlete, but he's really dumb and has a tiny penis. So like there's every time he wishes for something, it backfires, and he ends up not getting the girl in every wish. So that's kind of the fun play on it.
Here's a 5-pointer. Who directed it?
Ooh. I have no idea.
Harold Ramis from Ghostbusters.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Egon.
Okay.
All
Egon.
Mike donated $20.
Thank you, All Mike.
Lola Bunny is brown, not white. Mine have been Jessica Rabbit, Wonder Woman from Justice League, and Nami from One Piece. So Winston, I'm not gonna kink shame your furry loving self. More power to you.
Yeah, he's a furry.
I mean,
know that.
I don't know if I am because like I don't like no real talk. Lola Bunny's been the only one. There hasn't been any other situation. I mean, maybe in Justice League, what's her name? Black Canary in Justice League, but she's a human. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Like, someone can draw a sexy cartoon. I don't understand what the deal is here.
Yeah,
They're not bad. They're just drawn that way.
Hey,
If anybody, I don't know, RB3, you remember Ben?
Ben
I had
10?
the biggest crush on Ben 10. Yeah.
Ben 10. Oh yeah, I remember Ben 10. Of course, I remember Ben 10.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's my friend Yuri Lowenthal. He's the guy who does the voice of Spider-Man. We
really?
hosted a podcast for a year. Yuri is the voice of Ben 10. He is awesome.
Oh, cool.
And
Does he
that
look
show
like Ben
is
10?
great.
I had a crush on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to call into the show. He would love to call into the show. Have him do some Ben 10 for you guys. Make Sabrina's head pop off her shoulders.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Here's Brandon Hanna working on a Ben 10 imitation right now. All right, anyway, go ahead. Yeah, what's the next thing?
Oh.
I'm not even mad. I like that one.
That was a good one. Come on. I'd
So
expect
I
you
think
to
this
ding
might be
me
a
on
fun
one.
show. I don't know. It might be a fun show.
I'd
Who
expect you
knows?
to ding me on that. All right, anyway, next one.
Now a real story.
Now a real one.
The trailer of did everybody checked out the trailer for Black Messiah? I know Winston was
Yeah.
talking about it. Yes, so
good
Get
stuff,
Out,
man.
breakout star. This is where I'm gonna ruin names. Daniel Kaluuya.
Kaluuya. Dan Kaluuya.
Oh, I did it right.
There
So I'm
you go.
okay. And Lakeith Stanfield are teaming up again for Judas and the Black Messiah, which just released its first trailer today. Super cool trailer. Shaka King, Newlyweds directs and co-writes the film, set in 1968 when a young, charismatic activist named Fred Hampton became chairman of an Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party, who were fighting for freedom at the end of police brutality and the slaughter of black people. Chairman Fred was inspiring generation to rise up and not back down to oppression, uniting street gangs under the banner of peace and common cause, which put him directly in the line of fire of the government. So yeah, I mean, basically the story is he's this Stanfield, yes, is
Keith Stanfield.
yeah, he's I gets hit up by he's under investigation with the FBI.
Yeah.
Cuts a deal, and now he's feeding him information, but and still feeling that guilt as he rises in the ranks of the Black Panthers. And I mean the trailer I thought was amazing and totally looks awesome. I don't know when this is released in theaters sometime next year. That's what they should say about every film now. I'm sorry, this is a smart thing. Don't give us some date that you're going to have to backtrack on later.
Go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, I find it so interesting that this is dropping right after everything that just happened. So it almost makes me wonder, because I know studios a lot of times will acquisition scripts all the time. It makes me even wonder if sometimes we hear like they're doing projects kind of on the low, and they kind of just store them in their back pocket for the next moment like this that happens, because it seems so, I know that's a crazy conspiracy theory, but like that seems so crazy that like they almost perfectly timed this out, that this would happen right after another major like civil rights movement that we just had in the last couple of months. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds kind of weird to say that. And obviously I know Black Lives Matter happened again, in like 2016, the first time.
Yeah.
So like they could have, after that happened, been like, we should look into a property that has something to do with this.
Yeah.
But it's just very, I don't know. That's just my conspiracy mind working, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I definitely, something like with this kind of source material, like we really haven't seen a Fred Hampton biopic on screen. And this isn't necessarily a Fred Hampton biopic per se, but this is one of the first times we're seeing that figure being portrayed in a kind of a mainstream kind of way, right? And I think that's really powerful because, when we talk about conversations like the Malcolm X's and the Martin Luther Kings, who, by the way, we didn't see our first Martin Luther King movie till 2014 with Selma. So they're already lagging behind on like making these movies about important black historical figures. And Fred Hampton's another one. Now, there is something to be said about like how, you can't really get this movie made unless it's like through the lens of like this FBI thing and this white prejudice thing. And, me and Sabrina talked about that movie Seabird with Kristen Stewart and how like garbage that was for making this entire civil rights movement that was happening in the 60s all about this white French actress, right?
Yeah.
But,
terrible.
but yeah, and it was...
Detroit.
Detroit is another example, and it's just like taking these like obscure perspectives to issues without actually digging into the issues. So I'm hoping that this is a movie that digs into the issues. Shaka King is a really good director. I know This gentleman was nominated for the NAACP award for outstanding directing on one of the TV shows that he worked on. So he has a good base, and Ryan Coogler's producing this as well. And Oakland's a very centric, it's a very Oakland-centric place, which is Ryan Coogler's specialty.
Don't know if this has been addressed, but why did the theaters not threaten not to show Disney movies if they sent it divide? But they did that to Universal. Seems two-sided.
It's an empty threat if they go after and say, we're not going to show your films. And Disney's like, okay, we'll just buy the theaters and show them ourselves.
And that's
what happened to Universal.
Yeah,
exactly. It was bad enough with Universal. And on top of that, there's been a theory going around that Disney has actively been trying to force some of the more major the smaller major movie theaters out of business so that they can buy them and then have Disney theaters and just show their own shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
well, Netflix has been buying theaters like crazy, especially here in LA.
Right.
The Egyptian.
Right.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with the small theaters, though. I like that they're buying out the small theaters and kind of supporting them, because I know some of them aren't like doing as well. So then they have like their money to back it. So I kind of like their plan with that, kind of saving smaller theaters.
At the risk of risking RB3's wrath, the Panther. Remember Panther '95? So there was a film that dealt with that from Mario Van Peebles, and there was a Martin Luther King film. The one that Jeffrey Wright played Martin Luther King. Which was that a TV movie, or did that come out in the theaters?
I'm not familiar with that one. I know there's one with Anthony Mackie that was on HBO. That was after Selma.
I remember that one too.
But I mean, but in terms of like mainstream attention, right? Like,
yes,
because we saw him
it's not a big thing. Yeah, you're right about
we had to see Spike Lee do endless campaigning to get his version of Malcolm X done back in the 90s, and we see historical figures get their movies, but when you see somebody like American Sniper, right, like a Chris Taylor, who is literally a dude who murdered a bunch of people, who went to war, and he was some would classify as a hero, right?
Andrew Garfield donated $20.
But they're more excited to make those kind of movies.
I was just about to ask you out, Sabrina. Thanks, Detective Roxy, for saving me the trouble.
To Andrew Garfield. Oh, you lost out on Andrew Garfield.
Garfield. Dang it. Well, actually, one sec. Let me just send a quick text really quick. I'm single now.
Yikes.
I'm kidding.
Oh, my God.
You're not only managerless, you're dateless. Suck it, Hannah. All right, anyway, let's move on.
Well, finish your thought, RB3.
Finish your thought, RB3.
It's just interesting that they get more ecstatic to make movies about white heroes and not like black heroes, and that's just the problem here. But again, that just gets me more than excited about this movie, because there's so limited opportunities to see these kind of movies anyway. So
I see what you're what you're saying about it. It is upsetting a little bit that they're concentrating on this FBI, making him almost seem not as great, I guess, because he was working for them. But and I don't know much about the story. I'm not a very learned person. I went to school in Nebraska, remember? So I'm very interested in this story after seeing it, and would like to learn more and educate myself.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, by the way, I consider Dan Kaluuya one of the GOATs right now too. So
he's good.
I'm excited to see him play Fred Hampton.
The trailer looks fantastic. The trailer looks great. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. Jesse Plemons I like as well. Lakeith Stanfield's becoming the new Sam Jackson. He's in everything. So I respect that from Lakeith. He goes wherever he wants to go, and he's put in everything, and I respect that, man. So
I think these are definitely like my top two working actors right now, especially with how young they are. Lakeith and Daniel Kaluuya, I think they're both like under 30, or they're maybe like right at that 30 range.
Yeah.
But the roles that they've been putting out are so great. And then ever since that like Selma push, having like Black Klansman, having these type of stories being told, I feel like that's why they got something like this made. And it is coming out at a time where this kind of story should be in the zeitgeist anyways. And it's been a long time coming. So let's them out right now, as long as it's actually a compelling, complex story that deals with the real issues, instead of like going over it the way Seberg did. That was just a complete waste of potential. But I think this would be a different story.
They offered me to review that thing, and I watched it, and I had 45 minutes, and I was like, I'm sorry. I emailed them.
What movie?
Seberg with Kristen Stewart. And I emailed them. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to review this thing. It's terrible. speaking of things that are not terrible, how about you Streamlabs and your Super Chats and your Showbots? Keep sending them in here, guys. We're a little bit light today. Would like to get a little higher up, so please keep sending in the Streamlabs. Get us talking about topics for the second hour of the show. What do you want us to count down or talk about? Our favorite movies about this, or our favorite actors about this, or our favorite soundtracks about this, or favorite songs, whatever it is, favorite composers, favorite cinematographers, directors, whatever you guys want us to talk about. Start sending in your Streamlabs, Super Chats, and the Schmobat as well, and get us going. All right, what's our next thing, Brett?
And yeah, a lot of people looks like they found the link, and we got 870 plus people. I don't know how many likes we have, but hit those likes.
Let's get those likes up, people. We get to 1,000 people watching live. Let's go.
Like us, please.
Yes.
Like us, please. All right, so now, let's go from something, a little more socially relevant, a new Dirty Dancing film.
Hey.
What? That's a hard transition from something that, I'm super, excited about to... Are we going to try this again? So yeah, they're looking to make another Dirty Dancing film. If you're not familiar with Dirty Dancing, they tell you it was a 1987 film with Jennifer Grey, and this is hard when I wasn't ready to read which parts of the story I'm supposed to pick out here. So it's and I'm gonna. They didn't even say helm, but I believe Jonathan Levine is going to helm this, and Mickey Daughtry and Tobias. Thank you, Tiffany, for giving me time to read.
Friday crew. What's a movie or TV show that people have slept on recently? BTW watch P-Valley on Stars, so good. Hi, Brett.
Ooh. Hello.
Okay.
Yes, Mickey Daughtry and Tobias Laconis will pen the script. Okay, so I'm not going to describe the original. If you haven't seen it, it's about baby, whatever. And Patrick Swayze passed away. They give us a lot of information a lot of people don't know in this. So they did do one in 2004.
Donated $20.
Thank you,
Damn
Andrew.
girl, you were supposed to get mad at Roxy. That's cold as hell. That poor Harry Potter-looking mother freaker. Reminds me of the time I got texted after Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Wow.
You say Brandon looks like Harry Potter? I always thought Harry Potter was a little hot, so I'm not mad.
Oh, what? No.
I'm just laughing because from now on, every IG match that comes out, he gonna be up in here talking about Gryffindor.
Well, let's answer first the Streamlab they came through. Is there an underappreciated TV show or movie right now for you guys, and then we'll touch on the Dirty Dancing thing. Anybody? Right now, recently?
Never Rarely, Sometimes Always. If you guys haven't seen that one yet, that's been one of my favorite films of the year, and not enough people are talking about it. It is a beautiful, heartbreaking, tragic, but just I feel like people need to see this to kind of really understand the perspective of being a young woman in the world.
Okay. RB, anything you're watching, or Brett? Anything you guys watch?
I don't know if they're underappreciated or anything, but some television shows I really enjoyed was Normal. And also Sex Education we really liked.
Oh yeah, Gillian Anderson.
And I don't know. I don't think I never know what's cool or what the kids are watching, but those were great television programs. And we're just finished. We're gonna finish up the first season of The Alienist, which is I don't know why I'm watching it. I think it's because my mom suggested, but it's I think it's pretty good, and it's pretty brutal.
Cool. RB, anything?
Well, I mean, I've been watching. I've shot these shows out all the time, so I don't know if it's underappreciated anymore. But Harley Quinn, of course, just got added to HBO Max.
You just gonna steal all my answers, aren't you? You about to say Doom Patrol, aren't you, bro? The other one.
I'm only 4 episodes deep in Doom Patrol. That one's been taking me a minute, honestly. I don't know how I feel about that one yet.
That's fair.
But I'm sure it's gonna warm up. I'm gonna like it. But I also want to shout out Living with Yourself. I shot that out a bunch of times with Paul Rudd. That's a really good show too. So
it's Normal People. Sorry, I misspoke.
Oh,
Go
okay,
ahead.
Normal People.
I just started watching that Little Fires Everywhere too. That's some good stuff.
Is that good? That's on our list.
I'm on the fence on that one. I'm on the fence.
I mean, I've been doing all the DC show, DC Universe shows with Jay, but Doom Patrol has been just top for me all day, man. Diane Guerrero, I've said a million times, Diane Guerrero needed an Emmy nod because she is phenomenal as Crazy Jane. The one thing for Doom Patrol, and I understand some people may not be able to get into it, it is weird. It's happy weird. Like honestly, it's about misfit superheroes, and they all have deeply troubled problems. So, but it is an incredible show. The return of Brendan Fraser, like all sorts of really great stuff.
Is she like, could Guerrero play like a Lola Bunny? Is that what you're saying? She could be Lola.
Man, the only problem is you be harping on the same damn drum, bro. You got to get some new jokes. I'm just saying.
What did I say? Think about Guerrero ever.
Like you didn't ever really get
Lola Bunny just showed up 30 minutes ago. Where am I harping on the same damn joke?
I mean, because you've said it twice now. That's your third time. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Comedy
like,
goes in threes. That's it.
No, that's not how the rule of three works, Rocha. And on top of that, I'm just saying, did you get into roast battles back when you were hiding in caves? Because like that's what I'm concerned about.
You're gonna talk about whipping a dead horse. You can pull out another old joke. Come on now. All right, what's our next thing?
I always mutated. Like, remember how like that whole story, the Black Knight with Martin Lawrence? I know that you wrote that because you were there when the one.
Wow, you're gonna reference Black Knight? That's not even one of his good ones, man.
It doesn't matter. I picked something that was old, but it was different than a cave. You see that? I can stick and move. So, like for example, I know that you're gonna be able to look at Judas, Black Judas, and you know,
who's Black Judas?
Judas and the Black Messiah, because you were there, right? You were friends with that FBI agent, so you were like, you're giving like a first tale account of this. First person account of this.
Somebody save my man over here.
Guys, let's not fight. There's more important things like Dirty Dancing, another one.
No one wants to see this. Who wants another Dirty Dancing, for God's sakes?
Well, they did Havana Nights, and then they did the telemovie with Abigail Breslin in Grey's Row. I don't know why we're trying. This movie was perfect and wonderful, and like why do we mess with it? And I don't know what they're going to do, but this time around they're going to try to make it a big romantic nostalgic movie that the franchise's fans have been waiting for, and
all right, that's
made
enough.
it the biggest selling library title in the company's history.
Sometimes you can't capture the magic from the original film in a remake.
Right.
Like, it's just not going to work, and this is one of those examples. We've had it already with Havana Nights and then with the Abigail Breslin one, and they were both awful. It's just stop.
And you even had Swayze in that Havana Nights one doing a cameo as the instructor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I keep waiting to get the what?
Carl donated $20.
Hi, Carl.
I don't know if y'all have ever spoken about it, but I just finished binging Community, and it might be one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It's on Netflix, and I'm just surprised I have never watched it before. Also, just finished In Polite Truth.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you for watching.
That's my show. That's right.
Yeah, very kind of you to watch that.
What are my 30 shows? What?
Oh. You know what? I think we will move back to 6 p.m. now. Never mind.
Savage as fuck.
Oh my goodness!
All right,
so many news stories today. Are there really? What's
I mean, do we guys start getting through Streamlabs though? Because
let's do that. Let's get through it.
All right. Well, is there anything that Christian would be mad if we didn't touch on? So the other things are the Mandalorian leads new series on demand at shows. James Wan doing a Knight Rider film and a fourth John Wick film. Could we touch on?
Oh
those
yeah, that's
quick?
a big story.
We should have led with all three of those. To be honest with you.
I know you put that at the bottom of the email.
Yeah, I know, man.
I'm just going how they're listed, right?
I know.
I'm tap dancing over here. Hey, can anybody read these real quick? Yeah, I can do it. I barely made it through college.
Then let's move on. Let's have Winston. You want to read the next three, man? You want to jump into the next one? What's the next news story again?
The Mandalorian one is.
Mandalorian. You want to take this one?
Sure. Let's see here. I won't do it.
Are you gonna do that?
No. I just needed to open it. That's how I get hyped up.
That's how you get into it. Respect.
Okay, so 4 new major SVOD services have arrived in the past 9 months? Obviously, Disney Plus, Apple TV, HBO Max, and Peacock. A new report out from a third-party measurement found that, unsurprisingly, only one launch series of any of these services have driven serious demand, and that's The Mandalorian, which makes logical sense. I'm literally trying to think. Apple TV, I guess, the morning show, but that wasn't enough. Nope. And Peacock hasn't really put anything out yet, and HBO Max, they're kind of floundering too. So the firm measured how demand for their new original shows stacked up against average demands for U.S. TV shows during that time period. The Mandalorian was in a class of its own and was more than 55 times higher than the average TV series during that same week.
Wow.
The runner-up donated $20.
Thank you, Ben.
Hey, all, happy Friday. Here's a question. Do you have a favorite old-time cartoon show? Flintstone, Jetsons, Looney Tunes, Scooby-Doo? What tickled your fancy? Rocha loved your show last night.
Thank
Have
you.
a great weekend. Hi, Brett.
Hello.
Yeah.
Old school cartoon show.
I love me some Jetsons, and the Flintstones were fun.
Nice.
There was one other show. I don't come to me later.
This motherfucker called me old. You're gonna reference the Jetsons?
Yeah, no.
This motherfucker
Rocha and I
called
only
me
had
old.
these
It's
kind of
called
cartoons where you
Boomerang.
took a book and flipped through some.
Yeah,
pictures.
that's how we did it.
Rocha, it's called Boomerang, son. You're watching on Boomerangs.
That's fair. That's actually fair. Yeah. I watched the first run. Anyway.
But let's see some of the runner-ups. Things are more neck and neck. Disney Plus also had second place with their final season of Clone Wars, followed closely by For Mankind, Dickinson, C, all on Apple TV, and then the Looney Tunes cartoons revival on HBO Max. Stepping a bit further down, Apple's The Morning Show, Peacock's
All
Brave
Mike donated $20.
Thank you,
So
All
this
Mike.
came up on the Action Industries stream last night. What SEN character would you have dub over Jar Jar Binks to improve the Phantom Menace? Jake and I decided Professor Crow would be a good one. Also, Rocha prefers the relatable Flintstones.
The relatable. I don't know what that means. The relatable.
Well, we were
Flintstones.
talking about our favorite. We didn't actually say what our favorite cartoon was.
I would say Anaconda Brett would be
Oh,
the best
yeah.
Jar Jar.
That's a great Jar Jar.
No.
Yeah, because we wanted to be another racist sound.
Hey, you know. Fair points.
Okay.
I want
fine.
RB3's white man.
Yeah, it's
That's what I want.
Oh, bro.
That's what I want.
Wait, could somebody donate $20 to RB3 has to do with Jar Jar line as this indignant white man? Please, Lord Jesus.
That'd be good.
Sir,
Mr. Jar Jar Binks.
Indignant white man. This doesn't sound like racist conversation or candor of speech. Not at all. No, it's perfectly correct.
I love
how
Looney
they would
Tunes.
speak.
There we go. I said my cartoon.
Looney
Tom
Tunes
and
is number
Jerry.
one. Tom and Jerry. Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
I love Looney Tunes. I like that they're bringing them back for HBO Max, new versions of them. I hope they're as good as the originals because the ones they tried to do in the 90s were not that good. But the original ones, I still go back and watch those. Like the Bugs Bunny, the classic Bugs Bunny, unbeatable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Quick
That's before
random.
my time. But mine was Scooby-Doo.
Scooby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Did you like Scoob?
I actually haven't seen it. I know RB3 did though.
I wrote a review for Geeks of Color. Make sure you check that out.
Right. Respect.
Oh,
I
Will you
can't.
tell me? Will you
That's a
tell
net
me just
plug.
real quick? Nobody else has to hear. Did you like it?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it.
I'll go see the
Scoob.
review, but just tell me secretly because I was gonna maybe rent it.
I like
It's on
Scoob. It was
HBO
sweet.
Max. It's on HBO Max for free.
I still don't have that one. I'm still rocking Hoopla from sponsored by your local library.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, no surprise there on the subscribers going up once again.
Yeah.
I mean, like I mentioned earlier, they crossed that line into their
mean-
goal area, so not too bad.
You guys got to see this graph. It's like disturbing how none of these shows are even like you hear the 42 times and you think, wow, that's a big number. Then when you actually look at it on a fucking graph, you're like, oh, fuck. Also, Marvel's What If has already come out.
No.
Oh, on this graph, for some reason, Marvel's What If is on the graph. I don't know why.
So I don't see. This is what confuses me. Is this
Okay.
Is this about social media demands that are coming off of these things? Because if they're talking about what if, like, can somebody just type in like what if on Twitter and then just like that be part of it, or I don't know.
So the bottom of this graph says times average series demand. This shows how many times more or less in demand a TV show is than the average TV series during that same time period. So during its first week of availability, The Mandalorian was 57.7 times more in demand than the average show in the U.S. over the same time period.
Let me see. I'm trying to pull up the picture real quick, everybody, so people can see it.
Hand me that graph. What graph are you looking at? Let me see this. No, my graph says anyway,
That one of us is lying. Brad, we had one directive.
I'm just saying sometimes graphs look different. Tap dancing, moving on. Tap dancing, moving on.
Ooh, why is the tushy thing playing behind the graphic? Okay, that's weird.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, but that's if people want to see on screen. That's what it. Oh wow, now bulletproof.
Oh,
Okay.
what they want to see.
Yeah. So yeah, as you see, the Disney Plus Mandalorian is way higher than that. What Winston was saying. there's no point in me showing this, I guess.
It's just like anything else, man. You hear something, but then to actually see it, it changes the game. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not that big of a fucking deal. Don't stress out about trying to get it up there. But like, if y'all can find this thing, fuck.
Yeah.
All right, another story, right?
This one kind of sounds fun.
Yeah, James Wan is planning a Knight Rider film. It looks like James Wan and Michael Clear's Atomic Monster production company is teaming with Spyglass to develop a film based on the iconic 1980s NBC series Knight Rider. The original series starred Hasselhoff, for those who are unfamiliar, as a former Los Angeles detective after being shot in the face. What the fuck? Really?
I didn't know that part of it.
I didn't know that.
Michael Knight was shot in the face?
Yeah.
Bro,
in the face.
Can you imagine somebody reading that shit on the teleprompter for like the nightly news feed? Like, the original show saw David Hasselhoff, who was shot in the face. Oh, fuck. He was shot in the motherfucking face. Like,
The guy next to him, his co-host, is like, wait, he was shot in the fucking face?
That's like when I was like 10 years old and found out 50 Cent got shot like 9 times. Yeah. It's like, wait, he got shot 9 times. What?
bro, the fisticuffs from Chappelle's show, he got shot like 12 times in his left ear. Let's see. He's rescued by a self-made billionaire, Walton Knight, is given the new identity of Michael Knight. Michael is then selected to become the field agent for the Foundation of Law and Government, or FLAG, and equips him with Knight Industries 2000, or KIT, a technologically advanced Pontiac Firebird Trans Am car controlled by an artificial intelligence. Series ran from 1982 to 1986.
Oh, okay.
And developed a large cult following, which still holds conventions to this day. Former video game writer TJ Fixman is adopting the screenplay, and Juan will produce. What do you guys think?
Wow.
I think it could be fun. I don't know. I mean, it's Knight Rider was kind of goofy I mean, even as a child, I knew it wasn't like amazing or anything like that, but I think maybe they could make a cool version of this. Would you use a Trans Am? Would you like a different car? Like what would your kit be? Maybe is the better discussion.
A Bugatti.
Bugatti?
I woke up in this new Bugatti.
Love those Bugattis, man. Roger Mayweather, he turned me into a big Bugatti, or Floyd Mayweather, rather. Yeah, go
Come
ahead.
on, y'all. Y'all are easily missing that this is a layup. Clearly a Tesla. It's already almost there. Already almost at the AI side of it. It self-drives. You know what I'm saying?
You go. There you go.
If it's set in California, it'll be a Prius. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. That would be hilarious.
Eco mode.
It's like the smaller one. It's the cheaper Prius. It's that.
Yeah, right.
It's not even like
Prius C.
Prius C. Yeah.
Oh God.
Michael,
the
I
Breen
don't
and
know.
RB3. I mean, I don't know if Winston. Did you ever watch this, or any of you watch the
I know of the show. I didn't know he got shot in the fucking face.
I didn't either.
I know of the show. But,
I'm excited. Yeah. Go ahead. What were you saying, Sabrina?
Oh, well, I didn't even know who David Hasselhoff was in my life until like all his stuff with like his kid came out and like he was eating burgers and all that.
Oh yeah.
That's how I was introduced to David Hasselhoff and had never really So that was it. I've never seen this or heard of it.
Same.
Really.
My intro, David Hasselhoff, came from the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. So that's really.
Excuse me, sir. Not even Baywatch, sir.
No.
Wow.
Gotta go for the SpongeBob's, man.
Respect, man. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 as well. He had that quick little cameo. I remember that.
Yeah, it was cool.
I'm excited for this one because my friend TJ Fixman is writing it. I DM'd him this morning on Twitter, and I was like, dude. And he was like, I know I'm excited about this one. So hopefully they get it right, and he sells it and goes to series. But they've tried to bring back Knight Rider before, right? It didn't really pan out that well either. So I don't know. I mean, I don't understand the run to nostalgia. I don't understand this rush back to the old stuff, man. Create new things. Technology is pretty great nowadays. You can create your own stories just from the technology that's happened. I mean, when you hear this and you look at devs, you're like, why am I looking at this when I've got devs? Like, it just, to me, in my mind, doesn't make sense.
I mean, it's the same issue that we've had trying to get, more black movies made, more Latino movies made, more women-led movies made, is because they think if they go back to an OGIP, you have a probability, like, oh, we know it works, so it'll just magically work, instead of taking a shot on something you've never seen before.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They're trying to double down instead of, going in.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, another news story. Sorry, I forgot that. It's all on me now. Okay, yeah, and this one should be fun. The 4th and 5th John Wick are going to film next year. Lionsgate CEO John Felderman has announced 2 more sequels of the franchise to be shot back to back. Keanu returns as the hitman who can never seem to catch a break. He's expected to shoot the films when he becomes available early next year. Featherman says there's currently they're busy preparing scripts for the next 2 installments, with the 4th to arrive Memorial Day 2022, with the aim of back-to-back shoots. The previous 3 films have grossed $584.2 million for the studio, and plans are still underway for a spin-off series titled The Continental, which that sounds amazing. Yeah. Reeves is currently shooting a 4th Matrix film at the moment.
Yeah.
Does he get shot in the face? If not, I don't want to see it.
Thrown off a building, man. Thrown off a building, stabbed a couple times. Like, I'm curious.
I donated $20. More like Marvel's What If We Never Get to Release in theaters again. Thank you. It'll be here all week.
Face.
Well done.
Shot.
I've got a question for y'all. What is your favorite? I'm assuming you've all seen a John Wick movie or 2.
Yes.
What's your favorite John Wick moment? For me, I gotta say it's definitely the opening of 3 with the knives. That knife room of just pulling a knife out of the wall, out of a body, just like oh man, that shit kills me every time.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I actually loved John Wick 2. I said this multiple times, but I saw it like 9 months early, like even when they were still filming it. So I actually, and one part that they didn't film when I saw it in the test screening, when I saw it in the actual movie, was the knife fight in the train between Common and John Wick. I thought that was really, really cool. And I thought that was a really, really great sequence. So
nice.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I like the John Wick Chapter 2. A lot of the stuff with Ruby Rose and John Wick, I thought they did really great together, because I haven't seen Ruby Rose really stand out in a lot of stuff, like her work in TV and film, because I haven't seen anything about Batwoman, but I really loved all that part. In the room with the mirrors, it was just so creepy, so haunting. Yeah,
that was cool. Yeah.
I love the first one, so I don't know if the second one hit me as much. I just the first one was just so unexpected for me, because it was just like sounded like, oh, it's just gonna be him killing a bunch of people. But I mean, it was so good, and I don't know. 2 wasn't bad in any way, but it was just it wasn't. The first one just grabbed me so much, and the second one didn't thrill me any more than the first one did.
I like the third one.
Yeah,
I like the third one. Did you see the third one yet, Brett?
Oh yeah, but it's like, I don't know, I like the story, but I don't know, the first one, yeah. I mean, they have a lot of great pieces to them, but yeah.
I think the first one is just beautiful in its like simplicity, right? Like,
yeah.
Some man, he's just a dude, loses his wife, loses his dog, kills people. Yeah. Then the second and third ones become like crime epics, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just a different thing.
I mean, Hallie and her dogs, and just,
that was great.
A lot of good stuff.
You asked for my favorite moment. Is not actually a fight moment. My favorite moment is in the first one, when there's like, "You're asking if I'm back. Tell him I'm back." That whole moment is badass. When he like takes the sledgehammer to the concrete to get his shit out from under there.
Bro.
That lets you know, like, he wanted to put that life away so bad that he made it impossible. It would take so much effort to bring that life back. He buried it so deep. I would love that.
You know what I would really love to have happen, man? I would love for you to retire from the Schmodown just so you can do that as a promo. Honestly, just so you could do that shit
for 2 years. Then,
oh, dude, you want to know if I'm back? And then, bro, do you know how fire of a fucking promo that would be? Yeah. I need you, long game. We're doing this right now. Everybody knows, but don't forget. But we got to do this shit, bro.
That's how you got to start off next season. You know, when you're off the Fence Stock Exchange, and you know you want people. Is the outlaw back? Guess what? I'm thinking I'm back.
We're working on a video now, right now. I hope it works out. I'm asking one of my guys to do a bit of a Photoshop video, and we'll see if it works or not. But yeah, it could be fun. Could be another one of these fire little things. We'll see.
All right.
It's in the early stages right now. There's a lot of direction going on, a lot of editing. Basically, he has little to no experience doing it, and I'm having to guide him through every minute of it, so it's kind of frustrating. All right, anyway, let's move on to the next thing. Oh, yeah, Streamlabs Super Chats. Let's jump into it.
Yeah, I mean, thank God. I mean, it's about time. Let's see.
All this fucking.
I'm sorry,
talk.
Dad.
All these news stories. Good grief.
Ugh.
Holy macaroni. All right, y'all.
You guys just aren't happy. There's either not enough news stories or too many. Jesus.
I know how Ben feels when he's trying to get the Streamlabs. Now. Number one coming from Cinema Gorilla. Thank you, Cinema Gorilla. Donated and said, regarding video games, I always highly recommend The Godfather Part 1 and 2 video games that came out on most consoles a few years ago. You can find copies on eBay for $5. I recommend for casual gaming. Thank you. I guess that's from yesterday. We had the video game conversation. Yeah, there you go. See?
Yeah.
Mission Impossible.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a great one. Boston Movie Geeks. Jumping on some of yesterday's convos. If Christian thinks LA has big spiders, he should stay away from where I live in New England. I killed one yesterday that was so big, it had a goddamn shadow. Now, this one's coming from Tying RB3's massive shoes. Thank you. What's up with the Lakers after the restart? RB3. Did they just not give a damn until the playoffs start, or are they in trouble? No, they're not in trouble. They're doing that thing called load management, where they're taking it easy. They already clinched the #1 spot in the West. So they don't need to like compete hard anymore. They just need to play. I mean, did you see yesterday's game? Dwight Howard played literally the whole fourth quarter. So
yeah, he did. LeBron sat though. Yeah.
Exactly. LeBron sat. Dwight Howard is playing. They don't need AD. Keep him young. Keep his knees. In good
this
shape,
is what they do though. The LeBron's teams over the last few years, they kind of coast out to end the season because they know LeBron. He's older, so he's got to save his energy for the playoffs, and he's going to start dropping some bombs in the playoffs. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Brett, we totally know what's going on, right?
Yeah, right? He's going to be dropping bombs and shooting the hoops.
Oh, boy, shooting the hoops.
Throwing the old pigskin. That's football, Brett.
All right.
Next one's coming in from Gray and Disdained. I'm curious. Okay, I'm curious if you all think Ben Goddard will be able to bounce back for Rookie of the Year after Brandon handed him the huge L with that Instagram post for Sabrina. Good Lord.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
What are they talking about? Was there a post?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. We love Ben. Can't help myself. Swing away. Yeah, thanks, Gray and Disdain.
Without him here to defend himself, I think it would just skip over.
There we go.
Should have said that about me the other day.
I did.
Hey, listen.
Actually, Brett, you were fine. It's Winston RB3.
Hey, I tried to change the topic.
Oh wait, my boy went official. He put you on the.
That was the whole point.
Instagram official. You can't complain about people putting you if you allowing this to be in the streets.
Nobody knew. He just has friends and family basically following him, and like some of the people here. But that was it. Yeah.
That's in the streets.
That's the problem. You have to understand. Roxy is really, really bored.
Roxy,
really,
Sabrina,
really
you are. This is 2020, Sabrina. You are of this generation, of this time. You know what Instagram official means. You know what that means. Come on now. All right, what we got next?
I'm just gonna say real quick. I got a flex on them. If y'all ain't getting the Dunkaroo game on, then you fucking up. Let's go. They back, baby.
I hear you, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man, my Coke Zero. I hear you, man. All right.
What was it? Wait, Brett, you had to be there yesterday. We're talking about something super serious, and the Rocha's like, okay, I gotta get a Coke. Oh man, that's still one of my all-time favorite moments.
Did you go from diet to zero now?
I tried to balance it out. I always have one glass post-breakfast around 10 or 11. It's either Diet Coke or Coke Zero. Kind of keeps me chill.
That saccharin's going to kill you.
I got your saccharin.
Exactly.
Anyway, all right.
Okay, so this one's coming from Larry Lease with the Schmobot. Thank you so much, Larry. CP3 Diddy. Hi, everyone. I'm at work. I'm at work now and furloughed. Free loan? I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Feeling in a great mood. Okay, there's the O instead of the I. Feeling in a great mood because feeling great mood because jump around my house of pain came out, I immediately followed by The Real Slim Shady. Made my day singing along. What is? Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. He's saying he's jumping around to some Slim Shady music. So what's a song or an artist that always puts you in a good mood?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah.
Nice.
Souls of Mischief, 93 to Infinity.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I listen to a lot of depressing, folky stuff. So.
Does anything put you in a good mood?
I always go for Kendrick Lamar. All right, we gonna be all right. Hey, no matter how bad you in, it'll just get you up.
Shit, I
Strangely enough, Tool.
What?
Tool
put you in a good mood?
I don't know. It just gets me moving and gets me. I mean, I know that the lyrics aren't exactly uplifting, but the grooves and the hard hitting, guitar. Yeah, I like my Tool.
I respect it. Okay.
Oh God, that's a clip out. I like my Tool.
Tool.
Hey, if you don't love your Tool, then what do you do?
Yeah,
you know
right?
what it is? Beastie Boys, Shake Your Rump. Shake Your Rump every single time it comes on. I'm like, oh shit, every single time. So
Ooh, somebody said Peace Frog by the Doors.
Well, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yes.
Honestly, it's a newer one, but Logic's Every Day featuring Marshmello, bro. I work hard every day, yeah.
That's a good one.
I work hard. Oh, that shit, fuck. I'm so fired up after I hear that shit.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, so next one is going on to 156 Impulse. Great job last night, John. Here's another interesting story. One of the waitresses yelled at the host, and she started crying. And now my boss is mad at the waitress, and everyone is crazy. How have you guys ever got yelled at a job for no reason? Love you guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, I like to tell. I don't mind telling this. This is my favorite story when I used to work at the Genius Bar at Apple. So this woman walks in, right? And she goes, I need to speak to a manager. And I was like, okay, what's wrong? She goes, iTunes has been sending me porn. And I was like, that's not really possible, but okay. And she's like, here, look. And she thrusts her phone in my face. And it's a picture of this white girl tying shoes, quote unquote, on this black dude. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is kind of weird. And I was like, that's when I realized like kind of what was going on, but I couldn't really tell her.
Yeah.
That essentially what was going on is that she was sharing an Apple ID with her whole family.
Oh.
Because she was like, the thing that's strangest about this, I know that you guys are watching me. This girl looks a lot like my daughter, but I just can't. I know you're watching me, so you went and found porn that looked like that. So I didn't know how to tell her that what was happening was the photo dump was happening from her daughter's phone at college onto her phone. Oh. So I was just like, I don't know, like maybe just reset your phone and then send her on her way. She came back a week later pissed as fuck, being like, I got a bone to pick with you. And I was like, whoa, what did I do now? And she goes, you should have just told me that I was sharing Apple ID with my daughter. My husband and I go to swinger parties. She got photos of fucking us. And I was like, this whole family's fucked up.
I would just walked out of the store. I would have just walked out of the store immediately.
I mean, I just
put down my little iPad and just walked out of the store.
In shock, bro. I was just in shock for the rest of the day.
Start mumbling to yourself as you're walking.
That's gonna shock me for the rest of my life.
It's like, white people crazy. White people are crazy.
More importantly, I think the lesson to be learned here is know how your fucking technology works. Yes, because that's how shit like that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're gonna be sending shit like that,
I know.
Ooh. Everybody's out here like, oh,
wow. It's like that Key and Peele sketch.
Fear. The whole like cloud situation just like freaks me out. I'm like, I don't like any of that.
Oh yeah, I understand. I
try to keep as much off of cloud as possible. And Apple with their new computers come out and they're like, the desktop is linked automatically to your iCloud. It's like, not og. And then if you try to take it off the iCloud, all your documents that you didn't know you had 100% saved on your actual hard drive on your computer get completely lost. I tried to do that the other day. I lost so much crap I had to go and find in multiple emails because I was pissed. Yeah. I had no idea.
There's a couple programs like even if you're using cloud stuff, like I still, even though iCloud will keep track of your username and password, like I still use 1Password I have one super complex password, but I manually log in all of the ones for websites.
That's smart.
So if push comes to shove, don't actually bombard me with shit, but I was like a family room specialist for anybody that used to work at Apple. That's like one step below the genius. So I worked with a lot of iCloud and mobile stuff. So if you have questions, y'all, not everybody else, but if you guys have questions, hit me up.
Sweet.
Well, Winston, I found a laptop that I can't get into, so I'll call you later about it.
I mean, I still know how to reset master passwords, so we can do that too.
Boom. All right, what we got next, RB?
Okay, so we have, let's see here. That was 156 Impulse. We had Larry Lease. Sabrina, did you launch your new Netflix series? Oh, you have a new Netflix series?
Me? Oh, I think maybe it's the Netflix pitch I did that we did on the first one.
That's
what it is.
Yeah, make sure.
I was like, damn, I got a Netflix series. But check out that episode. We had a lot of fun. We were pitching like Netflix ideas, so I came up with like an original idea a few hours before, and I actually really love it. And now I think it's something that I wanna work on. So.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Awesome.
So and I had a great picture on there too about my Bible cinematic universe.
Your BCU I'm all about your BCU, bro.
Thank you.
Make it happen.
Thank you.
Make it happen.
156.
My name is Noah.
That's
Anyway,
the movie I want to see. That's the movie I want to see.
I would like that.
156 Impulse again. He said, "Do you guys hear anything? Did you guys hear they're making another Dirty Dancing movie and a Knight Rider movie? This is wild." Yep, we just touched on those.
Yep, we covered it.
Thank you, 156 Impulse. Tongue Punch the Fart Box with 2 Schmobots back to back.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Deegan donated and said, "Hey crew, looking forward to the Schmodown pay-per-view tonight. What's everybody's favorite final picks for Pride versus Final Exam and Shmez versus Chandru?"
Yeah, let's talk about that. It is tonight, 5 p.m. PT. If you're a $10 subscriber on the Patreon, you get these matches. If you are not, you can order, I think it's $4.99 for the pay-per-view to watch these matches and enjoy. Listen, I know I came out on the losing end last week, but that was a hell of an event last week for a pay-per-view. So many great promos, so much great, and it went along as smoothly as possible, and the matches were fantastic. A lot of controversy, a lot of, why did you do that moments?
$20. Hey everyone, how are we? Just started listening to a book on Audible. I love it, but the narrator is boring as fuck. Rocha, have you ever auditioned or have been asked to narrate books? You got the right voice for that shit. Yo, Sabrina's sup, girl.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never asked to be doing that kind of things. Yeah, I have. I've done a few of those. And someone, if they did a lot of research, would find a book I voiced maybe 5 or 6 years ago under a pseudonym that was a gay porn James Bond book. So it was fascinating to read 280 pages of like, and then he entered him slowly. So anyway, go ahead. What's the next thing?
I need to pay for that. Can you send me that link? Let me know which one that is, please.
No way. I don't know where it is.
You could get free ebooks on Hoopla, sponsored by the Los Angeles Public Library.
Maybe you could do it. Maybe you could do that one.
What's it's everybody's picks for tonight?
Oh yeah. Anyway, tonight 5 o'clock PT. Get on it.
Me and Winston are a little biased. So.
Yeah, the exam. A little biased. The exam was a final exam versus the Den
versus
the Knight versus the Pride. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you're Winston. That's your team, right? Final exam.
That's Paul Mann.
Yeah, talk to me. How do you guys feel going into the match tonight?
I mean, it's one of those situations where the whole squad had stuff going on this week, so we've all been like at each other's back, sending random questions, all sorts of stuff. So I couldn't feel more proud and more prepared for what's about to happen tonight. I mean, it's Swagathon 2020. I'm obviously biased in that our final exam's going to take it and Chandru's going to take it. But I think that regardless of what happens, y'all are going to be in for a show because all 3 of these gentlemen are just ready to smack shit around. So it's going to be a great night for sure.
Awesome. RB?
I think this is going to be an incredible night all across the board. Final exam is getting ready harder than ever. They found Lon like in the back of some trash can somewhere. And he's looking like he's in good shape. But Paul Oyama, he's always in top 2 shape. He put out a great promo yesterday too. I'm super looking forward to it. I think I love Ben Goddard, and I love the Pride, and I love Rachel Silvestrini. They're great people. Obviously good friends, and obviously I see Ben Goddard like literally every day, and he beat me. So normally I root for the person who beat me, so they could do great. Yeah. But unfortunately, Paul and Lon, they're just too good at this game. It's almost an unfair advantage that they're going to have going into this. Yeah. I think really they've been prepping more for Shazam. More than the Pride, honestly, because the Pride is a good team, but we've seen the past that both of those individual players have had. So that's why I'm looking forward to seeing what Final Exam is going to do. It's going to be a great game.
All right, Sabrina, what's your pick? Is it Final Exam too, or are you seeing the?
I'm saying the Pride on this one. I feel like Rachel and Ben, they've always had this chip on their shoulder. They've always had something to prove. I think it's going to be a huge upset. Everybody's thinking it's Final Exam, basically. Right. And then I also think definitely Smets. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll get to the Smets one. We'll definitely get to the Smets one.
I know what this is. This is purely because I apparently was Roxy's conduit. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm like, we have beef now.
Don't.
Yeah, you can't. I'm being nice to you on the show, but like, don't hit me up anymore after.
That's right.
God damn it.
Damn it. Yeah, definitely. Right. I'm gonna say the Pride. I'm saying it's gonna be a huge upset. I'm excited to watch it tonight.
What do you think, Sheridan? You got thoughts on this?
Oh,
one?
of course, the Pride. What? I'm a Den guy.
Okay.
What am I supposed?
This is the most biased ass.
I'm contractually obligated because there's a slim chance I'll be on any team next year. So if I can kiss the ass of one that I'm currently on, then I will continue to do that, and maybe as much as myself and Kate are friends, I don't know if she's gonna have me back.
I will say this: I'm looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be a hell of a barn burner. But here's the deal, and I can say this as a veteran and as a multiple-time champion. There are matches that define who you are early on in the process of the Schmodown. Mm-hmm. This is a match for both of these teams. Final Exam comes in with so much hype, so much belief. Former singles champion Paul Oyama, Lon Harris has been killing it with these promos. However, on the other side, the Pride has been kind of building up their resume. And yes, they've been playing teams that aren't necessarily the top tier teams, but they've been taking care of business. And along the way have stumbled with the heels thing. There's been some, Rachel and Ben have pushed back on people coming after them. And so here is the time. Either Final Exam shows up and they beat this Pride team and they move on. They really do announce their presence as a possible title contender for real. Or the Pride steps up, knocks out Final Exam, shuts up all them haters who say that they haven't beaten anybody, and now everybody has to take the Pride seriously, who's in the upper level of the tag teams division. So this is going to be a hell of a matchup. It's a titanic matchup for sure.
John Madden, thank you for that analysis. What is your pick?
and one more thing, Winston. Whoever scores the most points, they're going to win the game. I think that's my prediction. No, I you know what? I do feel like the Final Exam, the way they've built their thing, I think they have the edge here, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Rachel Silvestrini wants to prove something to a lot of people.
Pick. I'm not offended. Just pick. I'll be real with you.
I'm going Final Exam, but I don't want to discount.
I'm not saying you should.
But only by a little bit. By a little bit.
But that's fine, because I'll be real with you. I wish you good luck beforehand. You're one of my good homies, and I told you that before the match, but I was picking Irwin. That's just where I was. And to be honest with you, my bias was coming from, if we're going to catch fucking the exchange, no offense, I kind of needed it to go that way.
I get it, of course.
You know what I mean? But I made a pick. That's why I'm asking you. Whether you fucks with us or not, it's fine.
I fucks with you, but only by just this much.
That's fine.
And beat me by, which you really didn't beat me by, because I did have the right answer. But whatever, it's this much. Anyway, let's...
calm your punk ass down, okay?
All right, Chandru and Smets.
At the end of the day, none of it matters. These teams are all just competing to see who gets to lose to who's the boss, if we're being honest.
Wow.
Okay.
Strong statement.
I don't know about all that.
Who was that? Was that Riley again? All right, so Smets, Chandru, real quick, thoughts around the horn here. Anybody?
I think in the same, everything that everybody just said about the Pride, I think you need to understand that with Chandru. I think that if you're talking about someone that's been hungry, someone that has been learned, someone for that, there's another level here. I've seen Chandru kick it into a different gear that I didn't even know that he had. And I'm not saying that this is going to be a walk in the park, despite everything that I've been doing to talk shit to Smets and all that kind of stuff. That's what a good manager does. That's what good shit talking does. I know that this is going to be one hell of a challenge. But when I tell you that my boy is ready, like, ooh, I get chills thinking about it. So let's go.
All right. Same thing, RB?
Yeah, Chandru. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Smets on this one. I do think it's gonna be a really great game. I think it's gonna be a great match. I'm so pumped to watch it, but I just think Smets is gonna take it or continue to keep his title.
Sheridan?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes. And and this whole talk of like being distracted by having a baby and stuff like that. I mean, you there's times when you can hold a baby that's sleeping and also have a trivia book in your hand. So I don't think that if you have the motivation, I use the baby as an excuse to not do things, but you can also be motivated with a baby. Just FYI.
I mean, his system works in that if he is rolling with these MP3s, the baby could be crying, drowning out the baby crying, just being like, nah, daddy's got to remember who took over Mordor. Like, I learned what Mordor was yesterday.
Good.
It's what you use when you're putting bricks. You're laying bricks. You use a mortar.
I got to go with my boy Smets. He's been training hard, and we've been having conversations over the last few weeks, and he's just been he's really dialed in. He's really focused. He's heard the chatter, and he just has a motivation to prove once again. And he's been itching to compete since January. Remember, you've caged this lion for 8 months now. He wants out of the cage, and I feel bad for what's going to happen to Chandra, to be honest with you. He's like fresh meat, man. He's going to rip him to pieces. They're going to have to call the ambulance after the match is over. So I just have a feeling.
We will see about that, but everybody.
Listen, you got to say your pieces. I can say my.
No, you're right. And you know what? Everybody doubted Ace. Everybody doubted Andres, and look what ended up happening. So we'll see.
I'm just saying.
Come on, that's not true at all.
What's killing me, to be honest with you, is
at final he was up 51 to 49%. So please.
I'm just what's killing me honestly about this, and this is where I get angry, but this is a good thing because this is going to further fuel Chandru. It's this rhetoric of he's going to get destroyed. He's fresh meat. He's going to get smashed. He's going to y'all need to put some respect on this man's name, and you're going to regret not doing so. That's all I'm going to say.
That's fair.
And apparently he doesn't have a baby yet. I'm sorry because I felt like it's been 2 years since he made the announcement because of what we're going through. So I just assumed.
We'll find out.
All right, we have a ton.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
We have to go fast mode on here.
Quick answers.
Rocha, big congratulations on Impolite Truths. That SHIT was fired. That's some Trash Panda. That was fired. Let me see here. We had Curtis with the Schmobot with the impression, so we have to make sure we get back to that impression.
Yes.
Let's see. We had
John Madden donated $20.
Thank you for the Schmobot.
Clearly there are two teams in this match. Both have the ability to win, but also both have the ability to lose. I think it's going to come down to who does better in rounds 1 through 5. Ben Goddard has scored points, but so has Lon.
Well, John, I think you've gotten a bit old. There's only 3 rounds in this match, if I remember correctly, because it's not for the title. So, but yes, everything else you say is correct. Go ahead. All right, next.
John Madden impression.
Yeah, that's actually really good. That's funny. Yeah. Okay, so we have Devlin again, who donated and said, while I like to see movies in theaters, they have to be priced out. They have priced me out of going. Sorry. Plus, people's behavior in movies have also sourced me on not even caring. It's sad, but I am livid. I feel bad for the works. Also, AMC is passing cost of cleaning to customers. That's very true. Devlin again. Yeah, absolutely. Sinister Alec Miller. Hey everyone, love you all. Winston is manager of the year, absolutely. Sabrina is going to be a surprise in the tournament, also absolutely. John, congrats on the new show you launched.
Thank you.
RD, how about them Rockets? They did good. They did good. And I could subscribe to First Cut. Yes, please subscribe to First Cut. It's a great show every week. Hey, Brett.
Hello. Subscribe to the Hello Brett Show. It's every day here where I say hello.
Hello.
50 Shades of Geek. I'm dying to see Mulan. I'm willing to pay $30. I've also lost my job last month. I have no steady income right now. I guess what I'm saying is don't put this delicious bowl of candy in front of me because I'll eat it up even though it's bad for me.
Oh,
yeah, nice. That's the situation a lot of people are in right now too.
Jelly beans.
Yeah. Kyle with the Schmobot, thank you so much. Sinister Alec Miller ran out of characters on the last Stream Lab. Brett, you are an inspiration and have shown me that it's okay to not be okay. I believe you have helped me be a better person and a better father. I don't usually comment, but you are all appreciated. Thank you, Alec.
Wow,
thank you.
Yeah,
Don't you cry, Brett. Don't you?
I know. So I got a thing.
Don't you fucking cry.
What's that, honey? I'll be right there.
You suck it up.
What's next?
put those tears back.
Push-ups.
Latino, he all might. And Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's, all with the Schmobots. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Trash Panda, EDM DJ Diplo tweeted to send him gifts. Sounds like we should spam him with SEN and Schmodown gifts today. Yes, SEN. Yes, Trash Panda is absolutely right. We need to go to Diplo's Twitter account and spam him with Schmodown and SEN gifts. That'd be amazing.
Diplo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Garrett A.M. Lee donated and said, "I'm with Winston on that Lola Bunny thing. I'm all about that brown sugar. Am I right, Sabrina?"
Oh.
Oh no! Inappropriate. Inappropriate.
Brown sugar, babe.
You gotta put an accent over that A, I guess. Lola Bunny. All right, go ahead next. Yeah.
Steph Curry's burner.
Oh no!
Speaking of cartoon crushes, as a kid, I had a crush on Taylor and Azula. That beach episode had me feeling some type of way.
What's that?
I don't know that.
Yeah, Azula. Is that from Taylor too? I don't know.
Okay.
I have to look that one up. That might be an Avatar reference. And then Kyle with another Schmobot. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
KP and people, please make sure to keep donating Schmobots. I'm sorry, that's Avatar people.
Yeah, Last Airbender.
Last Airbender. Yeah, I figured. People, please make sure to keep sending in Schmobots. That still really helps the show. Even though we're rushing through a lot of these Streamlabs questions. The more Schmobots, the better. It really, really helps us and keeps the crew here. And we've had a light week this week, so even the more, the better. Let me see. This one's coming from KP. Can someone explain to me what New York Comic Con is thinking? They're still planning to have an event in October. The building is being held and was being converted into a COVID center. I don't get why they think it's a good idea to assemble that amount of people SMH. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with New York Comic Con is. You know?
My only guess would be because New York has kind of gotten their shit under control, but that is super inappropriate because you're the same thing we said about Sundance. You were going to draw people from all over the fucking country. You will blow New York the fuck back up as far as like COVID numbers. Yeah. So like that's not a good look. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's funny because New York Comic Con sells more tickets than San Diego Comic Con in recent years. So it's interesting to see.
It's irresponsible.
Yeah, it is. It's very irresponsible. 50 Shades of Geek. Actually, Rocha, Tara. Oh, I got this. Actually, Rocha. Tara Strong voiced the original.
The last Cinema Sailor donated $25. K-Team Senator the Hoff brought down the Berlin Wall. During one performance, someone threw a Roman candle that barely missed him. Great stuff. It's a must-watch. My week has been made getting to see Sabrina again. Hey Brett, #Helm, #Pizza US a number one.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the Schmobot again. Streamlabs.com/the Schmodown. Let's see here. Okay. Tara Strong voiced the original Ben 10 2005.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, guys.
Yuri voiced the 2010 version, just to clarify.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was going to tell you off air, but it's fine.
Next we have Andrew Garfield and Tiffany F, both with Schmobots. Thank you so much. Did we actually get this? Oh yeah, we did. P Valley on Stars. We talked about P Valley, right? Yeah, we did.
I haven't seen it yet. What's it about? We can tell me off air. I realize we have 9 minutes.
It's 50 Shades of Geek. Can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that Sabrina is taking all of the shots being thrown at her and bounces them right back, not yell and complain like a certain bagel boy I know.
Oh!
Cacao!
Again, not here to defend himself, but I'm chilling. Doesn't bother me.
Well, I raised a bunch of money on my... Anyway, all right, go ahead.
$20. Fart.
I was playing
Fart,
around.
fart, fart, fart.
Sure,
Thanks for the
sure.
Friday laughs, guys.
Respect.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
And a
thank you,
fart
thank
to you.
you. Yes. Okay, so, and let me see. We have Andrew Garfield again with another Schmobot. Thank you so much. Deflated Brady donated and said, to the trolls in the chat, if you want to troll somebody, why not look up David Duke's address and sign him up for a mailing list of black and gay charities? Yeah, absolutely. That's a great way to troll somebody. Don't troll us. Hi, I'm Carl with the Schmobot. 50 Shades of Geek with another donation. Winston, love you, man. But those old jokes at Rocha were weak as shit.
Damn.
I don't disagree. I was floundering, and sometimes you just got to try and power through. And
you just got to power through. Look, we both love going at each other. It's fun. Go ahead, next. That's how homies do it, homie.
That's how the homies do it. Let's see.
Homie. Yep.
Ben Rayner and All Might with the Schmobots. Deflated Brady. My kit will be a 2006 Honda Odyssey. Yes, my kit will be my 2017 Honda Civic. By the way.
Wait. Can we stop for a second? I would love for you to put that into one of those cars and be like, what the fuck is this? What am I in? What is this fucking car?
Hey, you gotta be low profile, man. That's why I drive a Mazda 7 or Mazda 5 from 2007, man. Yeah, it looks like shit, but nobody's like trying to steal it or anything. Well,
Michael, you've put garbage bags on the windows. What is happening?
Let's see here. Okay, let me refresh real quick. Yeah, people, again, please leave your Schmobots. Streamlabs.com/theschmodown. And be sure to like this video. Again, we had some problems with the streaming earlier. I don't know what really happened with that. But please like this video. Make sure it gets in front of more eyes, and we could get more people watching per day. Yeah. Let's see. We have...
We're at 420. Let's get to 500.
We have 420 likes right now. Thank you so much, Sabrina. Let's get to 500. Yeah. Absolutely.
Don't just leave it at 420 because it's a weed reference. Just get some more likes, please.
Let me see here. We have one coming in from 50 Shades of Geek. He says, just because RB3 is winning these Streamlabs today, scoop diddy, poop diddy, floop diddy, soup diddy, doop diddy, goop diddy, coop diddy, noop diddy, boop diddy, RB3 Stoneface. There it is.
Blast from the past.
Yeah, that's an old Schmoes reference right there. That's funny. Tavishka Productions, great Friday show, Schmucks. RB3, it was great seeing you in the Impolite Truths chat last night. Yeah, I was all up in that chat. When listening to songs, do you focus on the lyrics or the music first? As a drummer, I can't really hear anything but the drums and the bass in the first time listen. Okay. That's funny for me because I've actually had that discussion a lot with me and my girlfriend Destiny, and she's very much a lyrics person. Like, she could get lyrics like really, really quick. I'm like the exact opposite. Like, I can remember a beat really, really quick. Like, I can remember the instrumentals really, really quick, and lyrics it takes me a long time. But I don't know. What about you guys?
I'm same with you. I'm music and then lyrics are secondary. But I mean, I like when I understand a good lyric and I appreciate it. But like, again, I love just the musicality of music.
Beat.
I'm a lyric person. I feel like just because I'm a writer, the thing that stands out to me, like, lyrics are shitty, I can't enjoy the song. Something that happens, I don't know.
For me, it's beat, lyrics. It's similar to movies. So, like, for example, I think that as a movie and like what's happening with the character development and whatnot in Lord of the Rings is phenomenal. It's just hard for me to get into it because I don't necessarily like the setting. It's kind of the same thing for a song for me. If I can't get, like, when I hear 93 to Infinity and that beat drops at the beginning, I'm like, and then the horns come in and then you start hitting me with them lyrics. I'm like, okay, now we're here. Let's go. So
I'm with Winston. 50-50. It's always 50-50 for me. The beat's got to work and the lyrics got to work.
Yeah,
but absolutely. I can have. But if I choose between, but if there's a song that like the beat is better than the lyrics or the lyrics are better than the beat, then I'll always default to the beat. I can handle terrible lyrics if it's a good beat. I can't handle a terrible beat under good lyrics.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so that's from Tavishka Productions. Let me see. Octopus Tank with the Schmodown. This is a name that I am going to have a terrible time pronouncing. Soskvar, 1999.
Oh, Solskjaer. It's Solskjaer. His reference to a Manchester United player from back in 1999. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yeah,
Solskjaer. Wow. Did you pick that up just...
No, he's been on my streams and stuff.
Got it. Josar, 1999 says, thanks for the ongoing SHITs and giggles, folks. This stuff's important more now than ever. Schmodown specialist subject. What's the movie you choose in a 2-minute quick fire head-to-head round? Like just one movie, I guess.
One movie you know the best.
Yeah.
That you could answer every question from.
Mm-hmm.
Royal Tannenbaums.
Good.
That's good.
Mine might be Top Gun or Major League. I think those are the two that I would know, like top to bottom.
I feel like Superbad. I feel like I would just know everything about Superbad or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably
Top to bottom.
I kind of want that challenge now, Sabrina. All right, yeah.
Let's go.
Top to bottom. Just know everything. Rush Hour. Rush Hour.
Yeah. And he does. We quizzed him.
That'll probably be Social Network for me. I've seen that movie at least like 106 times.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if that's an accurate number, but
the Winklevoss.
Sounds cool. Yes. Go with it.
Yeah. Okay. Plenty of seats donated and said, pro tip for anyone who is still having trouble with their unemployment, call your local state representative. They have a fast track for unemployment services. After 10 weeks of no luck, I called my state representative, and within a week I saw my payments. Good luck. Yes, and that's crucial because I literally it's been I applied back in April and I'm barely now getting things straightened out for me personally. Yeah. No offense, but okay, this is coming from 50 Shades of Geek. No offense, but a bandit with a switchblade sounds more dangerous than a chill dude and a homeless person. I mean, to each their own.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
The sword, I don't know. And also, if he's homeless, you know the shit he's seen. You know how many bandits with switchblades that Lon has probably seen in the last few months. I don't think he's scared of either of those things.
It's fair.
Yeah. Let's see here, and then we have Schmobots from Joa Burnett and John Madden. And The Last Cinema Sailor. So thank you all for the Schmobots. We have one from Tim Slim who donates and says, don't forget to check out the previews I wrote for tonight's match on the schmodownlive.com. It's an interesting insight for swag. It's an interesting night for swag. So yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Tim Slim. And be sure, people, if you want to check out these pay-per-view matches, go to the schmodownlive.com. That's where you're able to purchase tickets. These matches are going to be great, and they're going to happen a lot more often too over this next few months, especially with the singles tournament, 36 competitors, all that happening. So it's really exciting stuff. The match is only $5 if you want to buy the individual match. Or if you're a $10 and up Patreon, you're able to receive these matches for free. And really, this $10 tier is like a value considering how many pay-per-view matches we're going to be having, how many live streams we're having, how much behind-the-scenes access you're getting to the Schmodown. It's actually insane to me. It's a real value. So please, people, make sure to check that out. Patreon.com/Schmodown and the schmodownlive.com. So boom.
Get it, RB3.
Let's see. I'm a refresher one more time.
Juggling. Look at him go. Fuck tech. Reading it. Got it.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Johnny5 for life donated $50.
Thank you, Johnny.
Hey, thank you.
Everyone here is great. Love, send, live, watch
50,
every day before I go to work. Always puts me in a good mood before heading to the fuck show. Can I get Winston RB3 and Rocha's indignant white man as Jar Jar Binks?
Okay. Not me, RB3. Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Hold
is that everyone? Have we covered everything? Or do we just have the impressions?
We have two more. We have two more Streamlabs. Okay. Real quick. Good luck to everyone competing tonight. But let's be real. Swagathon 2020. Thank you, Deflated Brady. Absolutely. Nerds of porn. RB3. You think your Lakers are gonna win it? Win it all. You're sleeping on the Denver Nuggets or Portland Trail Blazers. Looks like a legit threat to them. #drip drip. The Nuggets maybe, but I don't know about the Trailblazers. I don't know about.
It'll be a good first round matchup if they get into that 8th seed. They're not in the 8th seed yet, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But Phoenix can't stop losing, so Phoenix might slide on in there, which would be a shock and a half for sure.
Yeah, that would be weird. Can't
stop winning, rather.
That would certainly be weird indeed. Yeah. Let's see here. We have some schmo, and we also have some super chats. Thank you so much for everybody.
Does anyone have a heart out? Does anyone have a heart out?
Anybody?
No. Okay. Let's
cool.
go through these.
Cool. Let's see. And we have Larry Lease, who donated on Super Chat, said RB3 time to release their show on Netflix. Thank you, Larry Lease. Mark Ellis donated and said, tune in to see what's up. And right on cue, there's a robot featuring tongue punch fart box. Well played, Schmobot. Spider-Man _pictures donated and said, hello, my tushy, Benet. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. Malik donated and said, Roxanne from the Goofy movie. Dang. That's actually,
she was bad too.
That's a good one. John Campbell donated and said, 40s J-Lo, 40s J-Lo, 40s J-Lo, 40s J-Lo. We need to break out 40s Sabrina. We need Sabrina to break out 40s J-Lo. Hi, Brett. Yeah. I mean, it's $20. We do impressions for over $20, so you ain't gotta do that.
Know your worth.
Thank you for the donation. But next time, more.
Girl, that's getting better.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Yeah.
I've been practicing. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Let me see. Richard Lemon donated and said, shout out to the First Cut crew. Thank you. What's your thoughts on Nicholas running Refn as a director? And just wondering when we'll get a new episode of The Meaning Of. We have a new episode of The Meaning Of coming out today, right after SEN actually. So yeah, and it's gonna be with Dorina, and we're talking Tim Burton's Batman. So super exciting, gonna be super fun. And yeah, what are your thoughts on Nicholas running Refn, Sabrina?
Yeah, I really love Drive. I think he's very innovative, very talented, has a specific style, especially because I believe he's younger. So that's something that's really interesting. So what he does going forward, make that fast.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I think that's it for the Streamlabs and the Super Chats. So let me pull up the impressions again. Now, this most recent one was, could we get Winston, RB3, and Rocha's Indigenous White Man as Jar Jar Binks? So I guess we all play Indigenous White Men.
Indignant White Man.
White Men as Jar Jar Binks. So
I
guess we can just all do it at the same time.
Sure. That works.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Misa. Mrs. Jar Jar Binks, and I like to step and poop, and I'm just one of the finest of my kind.
I mean, come on. I mean, seriously, like Misa called Jar Jar Binks, and you need to understand that I don't really roll around like this, and I'm not gonna follow you, so I don't really appreciate you coming into my forest. I mean, come on. I'm the Jar Jar Binks. Come on.
That's what they want you to think. That I'm Jar Jar Binks, but I'm not really Jar Jar Binks. I've got other things going on in my life that I'm doing. And it's trouble for me to have you come down to my planet and violate my borders and without my permission. So this is ridiculous what you two are doing. I don't know what Jedis are, but they don't belong here. I'm going back to my country, so please stay away.
Listen, as the real Jar Jar Binks here, I gotta say, when I voted for the Intergalactic Senate to give Palpatine all of the power, I did it because I was really empathized with powerful people.
I mean, have you ever been elected to the Galactic Senate? Because I have. Have you? Clearly, you haven't. So don't come step to Misa Jar Jar unless you really have something to go for you there.
On this date, is this what you actually said? Is this what you said? Did you say this? Did you say that you actually said? Did you say this on this date? From what I understand, you said you were Jar Jar Binks on this date. Is that correct? Is that what you're telling the committee here now? Is that what you're really telling the committee here now?
I say we really need to give emergency power to the Chancellor Palpatine because this is
I don't think so.
I love how it's like almost like kind of intellectual, and then a Misa is thrown in.
Misa.
I think I saw it popped up from Movie Nerd 20 Canadian on the chat here.
It's like 10 cents.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Was it? It was a super chat. Thank you. Yes. Hey, fuckers. John, great match last week. And that was not a cuss word. John, great match last week. I posted on the Outlaw Nation Facebook page that you did not disappoint any of us. Winston, I hope you win twice today, but it's going to be a tough one. Brett, you're sexy AF. # tie shoes. Ooh. That's why Brett wanted that one red. I
didn't even see that part.
Brett's trying to get some south of the border, north of the border. That's essentially what's happening.
He's trying to get his shoes tied tonight. Hey.
You say you were tying shoes? Did you say on that date that you tied the shoes? That we trying to claim to this committee? You were tying shoes on that date?
I love how Rocha's indignant white man is clearly some sort of guy that passed the bar but never practiced law.
Oh, yeah. Be a representative in Congress who likes to do that all the time with his glasses.
Yeah.
A certain somebody. Yeah. Who doesn't like to tell on people doing inappropriate things.
RB3.
Anyway, yeah.
Let's see here. And we have one more impression coming from Curtis today. I can't see it.
I know it's tough, dude.
We have another impression coming from Curtis. Can we get old man Winston bragging about Chandru, Final Exam, and Andres Cabrera?
Nice. Oh yeah.
Come over here and look at them. Look at them. You see them? You see that young boy right there? That boy, that ace of spades, Mm-hmm. You see that he a Jedi now. You know what I'm saying? He took out the bounty hunter. He took out the Darth Sith Lord. He took out the Obi-Wan Kenobi. He took out some random dude. I don't even know what his name is. He's a clown. I guess his name was the Jester. So that ace, he was at Upset City. Kind of remind me of that Cloud City with the Billy D with the Colt 45. Yeah. And then look at over here. This homeless man done got with this fine intellectual young Asian gentleman, and they are administering tests. I didn't know people took tests for fun. That's crazy. I'm impressed with that. I guess. Oh no, they trying to do a Siegfried and Roy tonight. That's pretty crazy. I hope they don't get their head bit off. That'd be kind of crazy. And then look at it right here. This young boy, he said he had chosen. First of all, the only person that chosen is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
First thing. But I will say though, he's facing against some child that is similar to that Flintstone, that Bam Bam. He be smashing things. That's interesting. That is very interesting. I hope we put on a helmet, Mr. Chosen One. But I do think that you could probably pull this off. I'm just very, very intrigued by this. Hey, you got my popcorn ready? Get my popcorn ready. I want to watch this match. This is gonna be interesting. Watch these children take a quiz.
Take a what?
Nice.
Take a quiz.
Oh, take a quiz.
Oh, it did not sound like that.
It did not sound like that. All right.
I do love how all of us got the glasses going now too. It's the most amazing thing ever.
All right. Is that everything?
I think so.
I think so.
All right.
Let's end the show on a fizzle.
Hey, well, thanks everybody for watching all this week's SEN Live episodes, and especially this one today. Appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the Schmobots, Super Chats, the Streamlabs, all those things that keep us alive and keep us coming back every week. Don't forget today, 5 o'clock, Smets versus Chandru for the IG Championship. Final Exam versus the Pride. And two stellar matches tonight. Go to SmartOutLive.com to get your tickets for it. If you're going to do a pay-per-view,
2020.
There you go, 2020 with the swag. If you got the $10 and above Patreon levels, you get these matches included in your package. So go and watch it tonight. Enjoy it. Give it some love. Tweet it out as well. Let people know about it. Put it all over your social media to get people interested to come watch it. Good luck to everybody competing tonight. We all love you. We all are in your corners. Have great matches and do a great Great job there, and have fun most of all. Thanks to Sabrina Ramirez. Thanks to Brett Sheridan. Thanks to my man Winston Marshall. Thanks to RB3, and thanks to all of you. And thanks to Christian Harloff for letting me sit in for him today. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. And please,
one more like. One more like.
One more like to get
One
to
more
100.
like. One more.
Got it. Thank you so
There
much.
it is.
All right, take care of yourselves. Be well, and we'll see you Monday morning with another brand new episode of SEN Live.